Hi everybody, welcome back to the Pixar Cars Thomas and Friends channel. It was an exciting day at the Sodor Search and Rescue. Mr. Topham Hatt was there already. Harold was tucked away nicely in the search and rescue tower. Percy and Thomas were just pulling up. Wait for us, they said. We want to hear the news too. Just then, Bulstrode and the Sodor tug were docking, and the captain was pulling into the dock too. We're all here, said Thomas. What's the news, Sir Topham Hatt? What's exciting news? Well, he said, today I announced the building of a brand new captain. We're going to have two captains, Captain 1 and Captain 2. We're going to build him out of Play-Doh. Let's get started. So everybody gathered around the construction site. The Sodor tug was there, Thomas, Percy, and Bulstrode. Now we're going to build an exact duplicate of the captain out of Play-Doh. So we'll need some red Play-Doh, which we have lots of. Let's start there first. We'll get a big ball of red Play-Doh. That looks like a good size. Now we'll flatten that out to the shape and the width of the hull of the captain. There, that's about the right length. Now using the bottom of him as a template to get the right length exactly, then I'll cut it. There, that came really good. After a bit of forming and pressing the sides in, I got the shape almost identical to captain. Okay, now we can put on our blue, which is quite thick, and then we'll add the white stripes later. But let's go with the blue first. We'll get a big ball of blue out. There, that's a good size to work with. Now we'll flatten that down and cut it and lay it on top of the red. That looks about the right size rectangle. Now I'm going to lay the red piece on top and use that as my template and cut it out. There, that piece came really good. Now I'm going to lay that on top and blend them in together so they look like one piece. That looks really good. Came kind of better than I thought, actually. Now I'm going to notch out the center piece here for the wheelhouse. There, I notched out the center just like the original. Now I'm going to get the orange and make the wheelhouse before I put his face on. We can start with a nice sized ball of orange and shape it to that shape. There, we got that piece cut really nice on the right slope. Now we're going to add some gray, put his face on here, and put some gray windows on. And there's a nice piece of gray, and I'm going to roll that flat and cut a little square out for his face. That's just the right size there. I'm going to do the artwork for his eyes and nose and mouth before I put it in the boat. Well, that's about the best I can do with the face. Now let's install that in the boat. Next we'll install the big light in the back in the tow rope connector. That's orange as well with a brown top. But before I do that, I'm going to add the brown part here. That way I can get that piece on a little easier. And I also made the life ring. Didn't show you on the front. Just a white loop with some red on the sides. A little piece of brown fits right in there where the wheelhouse is located. I had to remove it for a sec. Then I'll put a piece on the back so it blends in better. There, that came pretty good. Now I'm going to install the post. Usually what I do is I make a hole there and push it in so it sticks better. Just like that. See, now I can push the post in and it sticks better. All that's missing now is a white stripe on the side, so I'm going to roll some white out and cut it in long thin strips and attach it to the side. There, that's a nice long strip of white. Now I'll cut it in small skinny pieces. There we go, guys. We have an exact replica now of the captain of the Sodor Search and Rescue Station. Let's bring him over to the dock and christen him. Thomas, Percy, and Sir Topham Hatt were anxiously awaiting the arrival of the new captain. They were blowing the whistles in anticipation. Bulstrode was waiting outside, and so was the Sodor tug, and so was Captain. And here comes the new captain on the rails. Diesel, the strong locomotive, was pulling it towards the dock. Great job, Diesel, says Sir Topham Hatt. Now let's get him in the water. So they brought over the Sodor dock's crane, hooked it up to the boat, and gradually lowered it into the water. Finally, the new captain was in the water. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video of making the Play-Doh replica of the captain of the Sodor Search and Rescue. Please watch more videos, subscribe, and come back again for more.